Hello, XRP Army. Hello, Crypto Army. Hello, Doge family. Yeah, we're also a Doge Army too, so. Okay. Today, hey man, the crypto market's looking good. You know, I'm really feeling bullish. How do you feel? How do you feel in the crypto casino? Yes, the crypto casino, you know. Hey, anything I say is never financial advice. It is all for entertainment purposes only. I only talk about what I buy and, I talk about all the cryptos too, but, I basically just pretty much talk about what I buy, If you see my last videos, you pretty much know what I'm buying, You'll know where I'm at, I mean, if I'm down, I'm the first one to say I'm down, If I'm up, believe me, I'm going to tell you I'm up, I'm chilling out here in Hawaii, and I am not a rich man, I'm no different than you, If you are a rich man, congratulations. I'm still a working man. I still work for a living. I believe in working, I believe in keeping myself active and, in my company that I work for, I really enjoy working for them, and I respect them so much, and we do a lot of good things, I'm not entitled to say what I do for a living or anything like that, because I can't put them online like that, but oh, I gotta have a sip of my coffee here. Oh, God, I love Kona coffee. I love my Kona coffee. And I don't get paid by Kona Coffee to talk about Kona Coffee. I just love Kona Coffee, So I'm on X, I'm on Gab, I'm on those places, those platforms, I don't really know much about Gab. I don't really know much about Twitter. I just got on there myself. So, but my wife could tell you a little more about Gab.
Hey, aloha. Gab is really, really cool. Free speech all the way. I'm Duchess of Elements. I'm the only one. Pretty simple. Come check me out. Check the site out. Feel free to sign up and follow me, and I'll follow you back, and hope to see you there.
I'm back again. Amazing, huh? Okay. Yeah, are you feeling bullish? Boy, I'll tell you, I was up last night. I'm watching people, making their bets. I'm watching the leverage traders doing their thing, the market makers doing their thing, And, my videos, I already know people that have been in the crypto market a while, that, I am talking to you, but I'm basically talking to the new people in the crypto market, So, people that, send me a message, I already know what I'm doing, you don't need to tell me what I'm doing. Oh, I'm not telling you what to do, And, I'm pretty much speaking to, the newcomers, explaining to them about, the different coins, the different memes, like the 10 best, coins out there, and about the ETFs coming, and that does make a big difference. I do believe in utility coins. I do believe in utility projects. I believe in projects that are getting the ETFs. I'm not saying you can't make money in other things. you know, you can, you know. It's like going to the casino, you know. You go to the poker table is like Bitcoin, ETH, Solana, BNB, all those, you know. And, you know, if you want to go to the blackjack table, you know, you got yourself, you know, the other coins, you know, that are, you know, not in the top 10 and stuff like that. And, you know, probably the top 50, you know. And then you got like the top, you know, hundreds, you know, you got those low cap meme coins and everything. You know, to me, you know, when you get to like, you know, the meme coins that have like, that's like running off Solana, like Bunk and Pump, you know, stuff like that, you know, those are good projects, you know, to have, you know. I mean, Sheeb's not really doing all that well this year, but, you know, not saying it's not gonna, you know, I'm not putting Sheeb down or anything like that, you know. I just lower my risks by not going into, you know, too many of those things and stuff like that. But, yeah, me, I'd rather be safe and do the top 10 and, you know, you don't get the gains like you're going to get in those lower cap stuff, you know. You know, the ones that are going to do the 10, 20, 50, 100x, you know. I'm happy with a 2x, you know. I'm happy with a 3x, you know. I'm very happy with a 3x. So, you know, I mean, you put your money in the bank, you know, you're making crap, you know. At least with the crypto market, you're going to gain something, you know. You're going to gain way more than if you kept it in the bank, you know. That's pretty much, you know, what I say. And, you know, I am very bullish on this year, you know. And I know the people that have come in, you know, they're making their bets, you know, and I'm very happy to see that. And I just know we're not at that time yet where they're going to start piling in. They're going to start piling in. The institutions are going to start coming in, you know, the big companies. And, oh, man, it's going to get exciting, folks. It's going to get exciting, you know. I still got a little bit of a cold. I'm sorry. I apologize, you know. It's that time of year, you know. And, you know, I like to see more comments about, you know, my videos, you know, how you feel. I like to get to know more, you know, about you and, you know, and your feelings on everything. And, you know, that's how you start a conversation, you know. You just put something out, you know, I'll respond and, you know, I mean, we could all agree to disagree. We could all agree to agree, you know. It's all good, you know. That's what this is all about, you know. This is about having fun in the crypto market and making some money, maybe. It's about making some money and having fun, you know. I mean, I went through years where I didn't have such a good time, but I'll tell you, it paid off. It paid off deeply, you know. I don't believe to newcomers that you are late to the party. I don't believe that. I believe you are you're new, you know, you're getting in. You're getting in at the right time, you know. I do believe that. I do believe there's going to be a lot of growth in the future, you know. I believe we're going to get up to that 10, 12 trillion, you know, market cap, you know. I do believe that. I believe that is in the making, you know. So, XRP Army, man, you know I don't have to tell you to hang in there, you know. I know that you've been hanging in for a while and you're ready. You're ready for this, you know, baby. I know you're ready, you know. Doge family, Doge. I love the concept of Doge. If you love the Doge, you know, and you love what it stands for, go to the Chris Pack show. That man knows everything. He is the Doge father. He knows everything about Dogecoin, you know. Follow a man that's making money, you know. That's all I gotta say. Follow people that are making money, you know. XRP. You know, everybody knows to go into Jake's room. Everybody knows to go into Zach's room. Zach's channel and Jake's channel is awesome, you know. Go into Crypto Wendy. You know, Crypto Wendy is a very smart lady. You know, she'll tell you, you know, she talks about other stuff, you know, but she talks about XRP, you know. And, you know, yeah, you know, go follow the smart money. Go follow where people placing their money, baby. Because, you know, that's what I do. I pop into other channels and I check them out. And I don't always agree with everything, you know. Same way people ain't always going to agree with me, you know. You know, just everybody's set in their own ways, you know. But, you know, we're going to find different points that we will agree on, you know. And then we're going to find things that we do disagree on. So, you know, that's a part of communication, you know. That's a part of getting to know each other. Because I'm not going nowhere, you know. I'm going to make my videos, you know, all the way to the bear market, and I'm going to pop in here and there. But basically, I'm going to do a lot of videos on Hawaii, places to go here in Hawaii, and places to go to eat, you know. It's not really going to be a food channel. It's going to be a Hawaii channel. It's going to be a Oahu channel, you know. That's pretty much what it's going to be, you know. Is I'm going to go around and I'm going to go to the beach. I'm going to go to Waikiki. I'm going to go to Chinatown. I'm going to go to North Shore, you know, where the big waves are and everything. You know, that's the stuff. I'm going to go to West Side. You know, I do like West Side. I love West Side, you know. West Side of Oahu, you know. You know, a lot of love out there to the West Side people, you know. So, yeah. You know, that's pretty much where I'm at. And, you know, Chris Pax is going live right now. So, y'all have a great day. Hey, I send my love from Hawaii. Aloha. Aloha, baby.
Aloha.
Have a blessed day.